All right, let's take a look at exercise 1. In this exercise, you were to create a first java.applet file, or first applet.java file, and then an HTML file to display it in. Just like we went over in the PowerPoint presentation, we're going to need 3 import statements to make this all work. Java.awt gets us the container class, the swing library. The swing library gets us our JApplet class as well as our JButton and JLabel classes. The java.awt.events library gets us our action listener interface, which we need for our button. We are going to declare a button, a label, and an integer variable called count. We're going to set count equal to 0. The public void init, also known as the initialize method, is called automatically by Java when the applet begins to load in the web page. We're going to go ahead and create a container object called CP and get the applet's container, get the applet's content pane. What that's going to do is allow us to directly manipulate the background color, which we are going to, in the next method, set to white by calling set background. We also have a set layout method that also comes from the abstract window toolkit, and that allows us to change the layout manager. Flow layout manager, if you'll recall, lays things out, lays components out from left to right, row wise, and then once the row is filled, it moves to the next row. This is really nice because then we don't have to worry about positioning controls on the applet. We're going to go ahead and create our button as a new J button, and where the text we're going to put on that button is going to be click me. We're also going to create a blank label. We're going to add that button and label to the applet. We're going to register the button for events, and we're going to redirect it back to this same class to find the event handling method action performed. We have the action performed method here, and all we're simply doing is incrementing count and then calling the set text method on the label and setting that text to say button clicked count times. We can't run this from here. We simply build this, and if you have everything correctly and you don't have any syntax errors, you will have built process complete. If you do have errors, you'll have the detailed error message here along with the line number. You're not going to get any underlines here. As you can see, you may also get a task view that will tell you that the problem, what file the problem is in, and what the problem is. See here, it says on line 23, I'm missing a semicolon, and if I double click, it puts a little arrow right in front of the line. I'll add that in, rebuild it once you've made your changes. Once it builds clean, you'll have process complete. Then you should have created your HTML page. You can see the little tutorial video that we've done on how to do that. In your HTML page, you need to put your compiled source code file, first applet.class, your width, and the height that you want that applet to be in that web page. You could open this web page using Internet Explorer, as you know, or we're going to use the Java Applet Viewer. It's a little easier to test with. And once we have saved this page, we're going to click the Run Project button, and we'll get our applet. And you'll see you have your button Click Me, and when you click on it, it will change the text of the label. And if you keep clicking, it'll keep changing the text on that label. That's exercise 1. That's fairly simple. The next topics that we're going to talk about are going to be images with applets and animating images. So you're going to see a couple of slides of just sort of material for you to read, and then exercise 2 will have you just sort of getting yourself ready for what you need to be doing as far as downloading the materials and downloading the files that you'll need to and with some instructions on where to put them in order to build your first animation.